Well, friends, I did it. I am here. 790 kilometers or 490 miles. I am in Santiago. In case you're like, really? Where are you? Yep, Santiago de Compostela. I got one of the coveted pillars back here to put your back up against so you don't have to sit on the ground and lay down like everybody else. But crossed 2 mountain ranges to get here. 35 days, several relatively small injuries, and lost a lot of weight. I started out, it was crazy, started out around 300 pounds. For all of us Americans, you know that is way too much. And I'm a little bit tall, but not that tall, right? And I don't know how much I weigh now. I feel a whole lot better, though, that's for sure. And thanks for all of you guys who have put up with me putting out updates in some crazy locations. And I got a couple more days before I get onto the airplane from Lisbon, Portugal. But met some pretty crazy people, pretty awesome people all along the route here. I met folks from Germany, met Brits, met Scots, met Irish, Aussies, met Kiwis, which is from New Zealand, right? Some Canadians, a whole bunch of Americans, some French, though a lot of the French did kind of keep themselves a little bit. Italians, Slovaks, Norwegians, Brazilians, Panamanians, yeah, Africans, some people from different places in Africa. We got some Malaysians, a whole bunch of Koreans, just great folks from all over the place. It's been a great opportunity to get exercise, but it's also been a great opportunity to meet a lot of people and get out of the studio attic that I have at my house, and just really just kind of walk around with people and eat food with people and just live a little bit. So this is just an encouragement to a lot of you guys out there who have some big goals that you need to get a handle on, whether it's a big project you need to get done at your home, or whether it's something that you've always wanted to get done, or a trip or something like that. I mean, going into the election, we might want to not go for the next week or two until we kind of see how the election shakes out. But when you see an opportunity to go for something, remember, you got to live now too. You can't just be living for the future. You got to live the days that you have. And sometimes some great opportunities come along. Be as stocked up, be as prepared as you possibly can be. But hey, I don't know. Maybe you get a road trip option to go with your family, or a road trip to go visit your family, or whether you have the opportunity to go spend the weekend with a family member or something like that. Don't be so locked in that you can't live your life now. Be stocked up so you don't have to be afraid. But sometimes you got to walk around the world to feel its size. A lot of people don't understand the size of the world, don't understand how the world really works. I mean, we gotta do these small things sometimes. Sometimes it's a whole bunch of small changes to get us to where we're going. But sometimes you need to take a really big step, and that a radical change is sometimes better than a bunch of small little changes. And that's something that I kind of was doing here. I've tried making little small changes here and there to get my health and weight where they need to be, but just wasn't working out. And so sometimes you gotta kickstart things. I'm certainly not done with things. I need to follow through on my health and really get it to where it needs to go. And it's going to be that's going to be a journey over the next couple of months to really kind of institute some of the things that I kind of started on this trip. I'm not going to be walking as much. I'm going to be doing a lot more diet for sure, because it's just not possible to be walking 6, 7, 8 hours a day, because that's just ridiculous. And that's really what it came down to. It ended up being like 4 kilometers an hour without brakes, and then when you add brakes in, so doing 24-kilometer days, 28-kilometer days, 6-7 hours of just walking, and then a couple half-hour breaks, and for food and for just resting up a little bit, and just can't do that sustainably. And so really it comes down to really need to change your diet, and that's what I'm working on. I know a lot of you guys have different projects. Some of you guys work on the same thing I am. But some of you guys are working on getting food prep stocked up. Some of you guys are taking care of energy. Some of you guys are getting some rabbits in place, or quail, or you're starting off with chickens. A lot of great steps to be taken. Sometimes it's the small steps that need to be happening. Just getting a couple extra canned goods every time you go to the grocery store. Sometimes you're like, I got to build a chicken coop and get chickens, and it's going to be a big leap of faith. Whatever the next step is for you guys to getting more prepared and getting better ready for what is coming. But this has been my journey, and hopefully it's been an encouragement to you, challenge to some of you, and a lot of people pretty excited. A lot of people pretty excited to be here, that's for sure. And it's actually cleared out quite a bit since a couple hours ago. A couple hours ago, you couldn't get any pillars. All the pillars were taken, of course. And there were a lot more people in the square here. Mostly pilgrims. A lot of people travel for, at least 100 kilometers. I went a little further than that. But some people went a lot further than I did. Some people started up in France a lot further in. Met one guy, he started in Germany and walked all the way from Germany. I think I met someone who started in Belgium too. And then other people would say some place is where they started, and I didn't recognize the name, and I don't even know where it was, but usually it was somewhere in France. But some people have walked a very, very long distance to get here, and a lot of different directions. So it's pretty exciting to be here, and I want to share the moment with you guys. And thanks so much for your support. Thanks so much for watching the videos and contributing to the updates and all the things that you do. I appreciate that more than you can imagine. And I look forward to getting back into a studio and getting some big updates. I just saw some of the numbers published for the new hires. The jobs report just came out, and that is just absolutely ridiculous. Negative 24,000 jobs in the private sector. It's a plus 12,000 overall, but really those 36,000 jobs were all government jobs. They're just expanding the federal government, and that's all that's really happening out there in the U.S. economy. That's good. That's just terrible. We got a lot more to talk about on all those things. But all right, friends, thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out another video from this channel, an update, there's one right up there. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report out.